Hi, this is me. Well, kind of. I'm Anna, and I am bilingual. I speak both Italian and English. Learning a whole new language other than my own sure sparked and reinforced my interest in all that is talking, expressing ideas, and making conversation. Choosing to major in communications just made perfect sense to me, and so far, not even once, I have questioned it. Something that only recently stood out to me is how I absolutely dread math, and to what lengths I am willing to go just to avoid it. Really, it's bad. Avoiding math was also a pretty pressing priority of mine when committing to a major. Definitely pushing me to embrace communications over other fields I had interest in, such as business and marketing. Discouraged by how they featured a pretty significant mathematical component. That's what I wanted to find out then. If my lack of mathematical confidence didn't push me away from computer science, what kind of experience would I likely have in college as a woman majoring in it? But more than anything, I wanted to find out how my favorite theme explored in Info 102, Geek Mythology, applied to my investigation. A quick review. Geek Mythology in itself might sound pretty odd if you don't know what it is, I know. Geek Mythology is the title of a research project by Margolis and Fisher, investigating why so few girls decide to pursue computer science in college and afterwards as their career. Margolis and Fisher carried out their investigation at Carnegie Mellon University, which is known for its outstanding and therefore particularly competitive computer science program. Carnegie Mellon, however, stands out because of another characteristic, which is how little girls in comparison to boys apply and are accepted into their program. And not only that, those who do tend to abandon it and turn to another academic interest soon after. What Margolis and Fisher ultimately explored and found out was how one dominating concept was responsible for a wide variety of issues. That concept was the Geek Mythology paradox. This paradox described how both those passionate and dedicated to CS and the outsiders looking at those who are assume and expect computer scientists to fit a specific mold. A computer scientist is believed to be predominantly male, as it is expected to be so invested in its interest for computers that it is emotionally distant, socially lacking, and single-minded. The ideal computer scientist, then, who truly is passionate about the discipline, must live and breathe computers. Is Geek Mythology a myth or a reality at UW? Are its aspects limiting or even damaging the experience of real girls majoring in computer science here? Well, let's go find out. Can you talk to me about your experience with computer science here at UW?
Computer science, obviously it's really hard, but the class is very competitive itself, and since it's like first class, it's like a weeding out class. So definitely there's a lot of interacting in it. In our quiz sections, you are supposed to work with others, and when we split off into groups, you can definitely see it's a male-dominated class, and it's kind of harder to get your voice out there. So it's a little more like targeting one male in the class and trying to get them to understand your point and sharing that to everyone instead of just getting everyone to listen to you.
But has that discouraged you in any way, or do you think you're still going to take CS classes?
I probably will take another CS class, but it is a little harder because now I feel like I'm already being judged for not knowing everything. So anytime I want to ask a question, oh, they're going to think I'm even more stupid. So in a way, it is kind of harder because I don't want to ask any questions or cause any doubt that I feel like is already there.
Did you take CS classes in high school, or did you have any CS background coming in?
Yeah, I took a CS class in high school. But yeah, my friend in my first CS class in high school, she was also saying, we try to get our voice out there, and a lot of times people just talk over you or don't listen to you. And obviously that's going to happen in any class setting where you have a lot of people talking, but I definitely think it's more prevalent if you're a female.
Okay, and do you think that the males who are doing that, learning-wise, are they all at the same level as you?
I don't think that they have more knowledge than me, because there are definitely moments when I'm you're wrong, and this is what I'm saying is right, but I think in certain instances you do get washed out in all of it. A lot of times, I do know more than whoever's talking, but it's just not heard.
After hearing her report, we can see that Theji feels confident in her skills and is not okay with the idea of giving up on CS. However, she repeatedly mentions how boys in her classes are the ones who seem to have a hard time accepting it, which makes it harder for her to feel included and participate. Ultimately, we can see how the Geek Mythology paradox seems to be responsible for making the boys feel more entitled and validated as members of the CS community, as they more closely identify to what it is assumed to be the ideal stereotype we've reviewed before. So Tom, tell me, what made you decide to go into computer science?
It wasn't originally my first choice, but once I started getting into it, I really liked the algorithmic part of it and the logical thinking, and I really liked gaming, and coding just comes really easy.
That's awesome. And what's your experience with it been so far?
It's been challenging academically, and also it's been challenging not being in classes, but teaching them has definitely been quite a bit of an experience.
So you've taught computer science?
Yes, I taught Intro to Computer Programming my senior year in high school.
And how was that? Did you encounter any hardship while you were doing that?
Some of the females in the class seem to really enjoy having a female in authority, but some of the men in the class definitely like to challenge me and give me a hard time.
Really? Why do you think that is?
I think they have a problem seeing a female in a position of authority where she normally isn't in a position of authority. They're very much used to being taught technical classes by males.
Okay, that makes sense. Thank you so much for doing this over the phone with me.
In Tom's case, we can see the effects of Geek Mythology once again. Even though she hasn't faced direct obstacles in her classes here, she did report how male students of hers often struggled with accepting her authority in the past, forcing her to feel like she had to justify it. Even though she enjoyed and valued her position of authority, which made her feel more motivated than ever to continue on her CS journey, she still would have preferred if her male peers regarded her with respect rather than rejection. For the sake of time, sadly my investigation must come to an end. Thank you for watching my video, and I truly hope you've enjoyed it and that you learned more about how Geek Mythology is and could be affecting girls choosing to pursue computer science here at the University of Washington.